Hey, Instagram, good morning. Hey, Facebook, YouTube, good morning. It's Dr. Jackson, Dr. PBJ popping in again just to share with you. I was up last night, excited about the book, and another chapter came to me, and it was laid on my heart. I wanted to pop in and encourage those of you who go first. So let me tell you what I mean. I remember the interview. I had just started a brand new position at my institution, and I was being interviewed by one of our marketing folks for an article. And they asked me a question. They said, "How does it feel to be the first woman to hold this position at the university?" And honestly, I didn't have an answer because I didn't know I was first. I didn't know I was first until that moment. I never set out to be first. I never set out to make history. I never set out to shatter any glass ceiling. That was never my goal. I just kept taking one step at a time, step by step by with God, and I found myself in this position. And as I was reflecting on that last night, I thought about those of you who are first and the cost of going first. Maybe you're the first one in your family to get a college degree, or you're the first one in your family to have a professional position, or the first one to be an entrepreneur, or maybe the first one to have a relationship with Christ. Like, you might be the first. And I remember asking a mentor of mine, I was just having a really tough time. And I asked her, I said, "Why is it so hard?" And she looked me straight in my eyes. She said, "When you go first, the journey is always going to be harder." She said, "You are cutting a path through the wilderness for people who are coming behind you. You are learning the lessons that folks before you haven't learned before. You are navigating ground that nobody before you has navigated before. So the journey for the first is always difficult, but it's worth it." So, for those of you who are first, you're the first in your family, the first in your company, the first in your organization, the first, whatever first you might carry. First of all, let me acknowledge number one, that the weight is heavy. And the journey can be difficult when you are the first. The burden feels heavy, but I want you to know that you were created to go first. It was assigned to you. You're the right one for the job. You're the right one for the position. You're the right one for the assignment. Everything that you need to do what God created you to do, He put it on the inside of you before you even breathe your first breath. So you being the first, it may be a surprise to you, but it's not a surprise to God. It's never a surprise to God. So if you are the first, maybe you are the first person to break free of an addiction or a pattern or a thought process or a belief system. Wherever you are the first, in those moments that you feel lonely, I want you to know that you're not by yourself. You are not alone. Just because folks around you don't understand doesn't mean it doesn't make sense to somebody. You're not the only first. The rest of us are out here. Other folks are out here who have had to go first as well. And you don't have to do it by yourself. Just because the people around you cannot help you do what you need to do doesn't mean you have to do it alone. You can connect to powerful community, other women who have gone first, other women who have blazed the trail, other women who have pushed through to be who God created them to be. You get yourself into those communities. And as you connect with those communities, you gain strength and power from the people around you. Sometimes you have to borrow faith. Sometimes you don't even believe. Sometimes you struggle in your belief, and you need people around you that you can connect with and exchange power. When you don't have strength for yourself, you need somebody to lean on. So I'm here to tell you, you need powerful community. And I offer the HeartWork Academy as that community. I have no qualms about it. I know these women. I walk with these women. We've been walking together, and I've seen the transformations in their lives. And I invite you to join us. Just because you're first doesn't mean you're alone. Tarasha, I see you. Miss KJ, I see you. Andrea, good morning, sister. Just because you're first doesn't mean you have to do it alone. You have help. You have help. You have connection. You have community, and you're gonna need it. Don't carry this burden by yourself. Don't go alone. You don't have to be a lone pioneer. When you think about pioneers, right? When you think about folks who settled a certain area first, they had to learn all the lessons. They had to get to know the ground. They had to learn all the lessons before anybody came after them. You don't have to do it alone. Just because you're first doesn't mean you're alone. So it was on my heart to come and encourage those of you who are first. It can feel real lonely. It can feel real lonely when you look around you and there's nobody around you who's done the thing that you're trying to do. It can feel extremely lonely, but you don't have to be alone. Connect yourself to powerful community so that you can gain strength and gain faith to do the thing that God created you to do, friend. And I offer you the HeartWork Academy as that community. These women love the Lord and they love each other, and their heart's desire is to be everything that God created them to be. And we're doing that together. We're doing that together. This is what God has assigned for me to do in this season. And I want to support you. So, y'all, the link is in the description here somewhere if you want to join us. If you're going to join us, we're going to kick off in May. So it's right around the corner. But it's time, friend. It's time for you to stop running away from who God created you to be and for you to be obedient and go ahead and do what he said. All right? Okay, y'all, I got to go get this Friday going. I love you. And I'm praying for you, and I'm always thinking about you. And I'm rejoicing because I know what's coming for you. I know what's on the way. All right? Let's do this thing. Love y'all. Bye. Bye, y'all.